What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to Redline Junkies. My name is Daquan. Today I'm going to tell you the top 6 things that I dislike about my 2021 BMW X3m competition. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, number one, matter of fact, to show you number one, I'm gonna let you guys hear it for yourselves. Alright guys, that's number one, the exhaust. Now, I know this is European and they have a different sound than like Mopar, but that's the number one thing that I miss about my RT, about my Mopar, is that sound. I can fire it up and it will sound aggressive. Cold starts and everything would sound aggressive. I can hear the downshifts, I can hear the upshifts. When I was about to go, when I was in it, you could hear it. This car has such a European sound and it has the soft limiters, and it's still a performance car even though it's the SUV form of it, but this car is not loud. That was Sport Plus that you guys heard. Sport Plus. And I was at 6,000 RPM. Unacceptable. Unacceptable for this vehicle. And I know people can say a straight pipe or whatever. I'm not really trying to straight pipe this. It was fine for Mopar, but I'm really not trying to straight pipe this thing. I feel like from the factory, as much as these vehicles cost, they should come with that explosion. But that's just me, guys. But that's number one. Loud, not loud enough. Number two is compared to its car counterpart, which for all you guys that don't know, the X3m is the M3 in SUV form. So meaning that same engine and everything, but this vehicle is unique because this engine, while they built this engine first before the new M3 version came out, they built this engine for the M3. So it has forged internals and things like that. Before the new M3 came out, then they put it in the M3. So this is the M3 in SUV form. But this vehicle has less features than its M3 counterpart for the same price. And now, do keep in mind, I've built these vehicles out, and the M3 can get a lot more expensive than this vehicle. But it still has, for the same specs, same everything, the M3 has a lot more features than this X3m. And I understand that most people, even BMW said, most people who buy this are not trying to get that M3. But I am. I just like fast SUVs, the Trackhawk, the Range Rover SVR, the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. I just think it's cool. Fast SUVs have not been around that long, and I think it's cool to have a fast performance SUV. So why not get all these features in the SUV? And I'll just list a few out just in case. M Shadowline lights, meaning that the inside of your light housing is, and I'll put up a picture in a video of what I'm talking about here, but the M Shadowline lights, the inside of the housing is not blacked out. So you just have normal BMW X3 lights. Come on, this vehicle, the M3 looks so much more aggressive with the shadow line lights. With everything in the housing blacked out, it looks so much more aggressive. So much more. You have the laser lights. BMW use laser light technology. Now, this laser light technology, you can know in a BMW if it has laser light technology. It's been out around the world for about 6 years because it has a blue plastic piece inside of it. Now, in the U.S., it's different than the European markets because the U.S. has a bunch of laws that we can't do certain things. So we only get laser lights in the high beams. But you can get laser lights in the M3. You can't get it in the X3m. You can't even get it in the 2022 X3m. I'm not understanding that. Also, the carbon fiber bucket seats. Now, I know the bucket seats are for tracking purposes, but why can I not get them in my X3m? I'm not getting no more luxury that I wouldn't get in my M3, so why can I not have the bucket seats? Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of bucket seats simply because of the fact that I don't track cars, and I don't think they're as comfortable on a daily basis, but why can I not get bucket seats in my X3m? At least in my X3m competition, top of the line, the furthest you can go in an X3m. Why not? Also, carbon ceramic brakes, which is BMW's upgraded ceramic brakes. In the M3, you can get gold calibers in the M, they call it M carbon ceramic brakes for track. They reduce brake fade, the brakes last longer, and everything. Why can I not get those in my X3m? I think this week, those gold calibers will be fire, depending on what color you get in, obviously. But just the upgraded performance, if I do want to track this vehicle, and I'm pretty sure you probably can retrofit those for this vehicle, maybe. Not exactly sure, because these come with 21-inch rims, and you can't get 21-inch rims in the M3. But why can I not get those in my X3m competition? The interior colors. I am perfectly, I like black interior, but I got people call it white, but I call it more of a tan beige color. But you got so many more options for interiors than in the M3 than you got in the X3m. Why? Now, I plan to get an M3, and I plan to trade this in, sell this, and get an M3, and I plan on getting it in San Paulo yellow with San Paulo yellow interior. Why can I get a 2022 San Paulo yellow X3m competition, but I can't get the interior? I'm not understanding it, people. Come on, BMW. Come on, bro. Fast SUVs are fucking cool. Excuse my language. Come on. And lastly, you get more colors, outside colors. Way more in the M3. I mean, they got cool colors, cool greens, cool grays. They got, the colors that you can get in the M3 are ridiculous. Why can I not get these in there? So, number 2. The M3 has way more options than the X3m, and even same price as this one compared to an M3, you get way more in the M3 than the X3m. Why? I'm not understanding, BMW. Talk to me now. Next, the rear-wheel. Everybody knows that the SUVs are rear-wheel drive bikes, and this year is the first year that the M3 is all-wheel drive. Now, I haven't had a chance to drive the M3, but I'm guessing it's probably about the same. But everybody that I heard that has one, they said it's better than this. But the all-wheel drive system, which is BMW's X-Drive system, is rear-wheel drive bias, meaning that it sends about 90% of its power to the back wheels until it feels the front wheel slip, and then it sends power to it. I don't know how much, but I just know to the rear wheels it can send up to 90% of the power. So it's not a full like Audi all-wheel drive system. Reason why Audi's such a beast. I don't like it because you can clearly tell in the normal day-to-day driving that it is rear-wheel drive bias. You can't really tell that it's all-wheel drive. I like the fact that it is all-wheel drive because it's an SUV, but I don't like the rear-wheel drive bias part of that. So that's number 3. BMW's X-Drive all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive bias system. Now, the next 4th thing is the turbo lag and the sport modes. Now, this vehicle has 3 modes. Well, I'll say No, actually 3 modes. So the 3 modes that's in this vehicle is efficiency, and you will see it in the gauge cluster. That's the automatic, normal, comfort mode in most cars. Then you have sport, and then you have sport plus. And Mercedes, they have race and track and so forth on, but this vehicle has 3 modes. Now, my M1 button is sport. I've configured it to sport. My M2 button, I've configured to sport 2. I mean, sport plus. And if you're not riding in this vehicle in efficiency mode, it's just not there. The turbo lag is ridiculous. And I understand it's trying to save fuel and be efficient and this and the third, but at the same time, this is a performance vehicle. I don't want to feel that turbo lag. I want to feel it like a Porsche. A Porsche is instant, just like that. And I understand the Porsche is on a different level, and some other vehicles on a different level, but I feel like this vehicle should be a lot more fun in just efficiency mode. You go to sport, the turbo lag is a little bit less, a little more fun for daily driving, and then sport plus, essentially turbo lag is just not there. It's just non-existent. But you still, if you're driving enough cars, you can still feel it. Me, I have to drive this in sport, which you burn more fuel. Which I know you're like, oh, well, you know, it's a premium vehicle, you're burning 93, but it's still, fuel economy is still a thing. So, that's number 4. Now, number 5 is the looks. Matter of fact, I'll let you guys see.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Now tell me that doesn't look like a regular X3. If you saw this part beside a 2021 BMW X3, you wouldn't say there's your 2 X3s sitting there. Of course, you know by the air intakes in the front. Oh, it's a little more sporty by the wingtip mirrors, which is unique to BMW. You know, their performance brand. But it literally looks like a regular X3. Your mommy's car. Why? Why does this not look more aggressive? At least the hood. I mean, the same problem with the Trackhawk or the SRT Grand Cherokee. But why does this not look more aggressive for what it is? Lowered suspension or something, you know. I mean, you do have a staggered wheel setup, 265s in the back, 255s in the front, but the hood, the body molding, why does this not look more aggressive? It is a performance car at the end of the day. People get these, not everybody walks into a BMW dealership to get an x3m or an x3m competition or an x3m 40i. Come on, BMW. Why? And going along with the looks, the 21-inch rims. I'll show you guys right here the 21-inch rims. The 21-inch rims, when you get a competition, are not optional. You have to get 21-inch rims. I don't like odd numbers because I don't like odd number tire sizes. They're usually a lot more expensive and hard to get. Most people don't keep those in stock. Why can't you go with a 22-inch rim like Mercedes, or be able to option it out with 20-inch rims without getting a regular X3m? And why can you not get black rims? Black rims are like the ultimate sportiness. My rims, as you can see in the video, are chrome and then black. The face is chrome or alloy, whatever you want to call it, and then the rest of it is black. Why can I not get black rims? Come on, BMW. You gotta go into like a 5 series or something like that, and high up in the 5 series just to get black rims. I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding. And I believe in the X3m you can't get black rims at all. So even in that vehicle, a vehicle that's $130,000, you can't get black rims. I'm not understanding this. So that's number 5. Number 6 is the fuel economy in this vehicle. Now this is a twin turbo V6, so it's not naturally aspirated. I understand it's a performance car, and I understand I'm burning 93. I understand that I'm sacrificing some things. I'm burning 93, which burns slower than regular 87, and this reason why it's more premium. This reason why a lot of high-end performance cars you have to 93 and higher octanes, because they burn differently. The reason why diesel is in a lot of vehicles, it burns differently. But this vehicle on average gets 14 in the city, 19 on the highway. It's actually a little better on the highway, but in the city it's terrible. Day to day driving the food line, you know, going to pick up your favorite meal from Starbucks or whatever. It has a 17.2 gallon tank, and on average you get about 240 in the city and 330 miles to the gallon on the highway. This vehicle should be a lot better for as light as it is, for what it is, and fuel economy. I'm not understanding why it's not. Now there is a tune module that you can buy for about $800. My friend Tony has a 2021 BMW x3m that he has tuned, that will be coming to the channel hopefully. That is tuned to 650 horsepower. In this box you can control it from an app on your phone, and it does give you, he said, it gives you a lot better fuel economy, which will probably be coming to my 2021 BMW x3m. Because 650 horsepower, I don't really care about the fuel economy. And then I'll probably be putting down pipes in this thing, but that's later videos. But why is the fuel economy not better in this vehicle for what it is? That's number 6, guys. Fuel economy. But guys, like I said, these 6 dislikes are not things that I can't live with. The vehicle, by all means, is amazing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff probably will be fixed in later editions if this car continues to be made. It's still a fairly new vehicle. Came out in 2018 for the first time. But, guys, I think this vehicle could be so much better than it is, especially for the price point, upwards of $85,000. Fully loading is about $86,000, $90,000. So, but I'm gonna make as much content as I can with this vehicle, and then I'm gonna get the vehicle that I really wanted that wasn't out when I bought this vehicle, all-wheel drive M3. So stay tuned for that, guys. So as usual, this is Redline Junkies. My name is Daquan. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a moment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.